Welcome back. In the previous video, we have been able to show how to use append query in the Power query. So, and I'm happy to tell you that we have been able to append the data, and this is what we have. And you can see that after we have removed the duplicate, we have a total of 9,993 rows loaded. So which is the correct numbers of the observations we have in that data. Now we are going to the concept of merging, how to merge data sets. So we have this our sample data excuse me, and we also have the region and the returns. So we're going to make sure they are all in the table format. Let me take this region also in the table format by using Ctrl T to make it in the table format and use another style. And also I'm going to use the returns. I'll make it a table format also. I'll merge it and use another style for it. Now we have a sample data, we have the region, and we have the returns. There is a connection between the sample data, the region, and the returns. Just like when we are explaining the concept of data modeling using the Power Pivot and pivot table. So the same thing is applicable here whenever you are using Power Query. There is going to be a connection between each of these sheets. If you look at the sample data, we have the order ID. And the order ID is meant to be a unique, which shows the unique transactions for each customer. Also, we have a column in the sample data, which is the region column. Furthermore, and this region column makes it easier for us to get connected to this new one, whereby we have each salesperson in charge of each of the region. So we can connect these guys with the sample data set, other than having everything in a separate worksheet. We also have the returns, and we can see the transactions where we have returns. And however, we can have some other transactions where there are no returns. So to get these three connected together as a single data set, we need to use our Power Query merge query process. So I'll go through the same way which I did the other time. On a fresh one, I'll go to the data tab. On a fresh worksheet, I'll go to get data. From the file, I'm going to use a Excel workbook. In this case, I'm using merge and append sheet, a workbook rather. I'll click on OK, and it will take me to the Power Query navigator. So at the navigator, I can now click on select multiples. So at the select multiples, it's supposed to show me other tables. Okay, I need to save again. Let me save it again and see what happened. Still showing what I have earlier. So data, get data, file from the Excel workbook, merge and select, merge and append rather, workbook. I try to open, and it should take me to the navigator where I will have, yep, so this time around I have what I need, and I need the sample data, I need the returns, and I need the region. So I'll go to transform, I can't load yet. I need to make some transformation. So to get it transformed, I will go to, so because this is the major, that's why it's coming first. Sample data is the major. More broad it has more data compared to the returns and the region. So for the sample data, I will try to merge, and you can see the symbol. You can see that symbol. So for me to merge, I'll go to merge query as new. So when I merge query as new, I'll click here and I'll click on region. So I'll look at what gets these two connected. However, if you look at this place now, you can see column 1, column 2. So I can't go further yet because I need to promote the headers. This person and region has to be the first to be seen, just like we are seeing role ID, other ID. So that is what we call the concept of promoting header. So I'll click on my return sheet, and at the return sheet I will make sure it is in the right order, and I will promote the headers. So at the transform, I'll make sure it has the required data type. I will need to remove this because it's not part of what I want. And yes, I will also need to promote headers. Use first row as headers. It seems it's already promoted, but so let me take that back. For the region, okay, that one is sorted out already. I think it is the color and the region that we have issue. So returns is being sorted out already. So for the region, I will need to use first row as headers. So it's going to get promoted, and I highlight and make sure and the data type is being detected. So now I can now go back to the sample data, use the transform, at the home tab rather. I will use the query merge queries as new, and after merge query as new, now I can do what I did the other time. So I want to use the region. This time around you can see that the person and the region is now being promoted, meaning that it appears as the first layer. So there's a connection. So I will just scroll to where I have region in the sample data set. So this is region. I will left click on region, and I also left click on the region here, and you can see that it has estimated that 9,994 was being able to match. So I'll press OK, and immediately I press OK, you can see the first match. So I will scroll to the right to see what has happened there. You can now see region 1. So this is not exactly what I need. I will left click, and since my focus is I want to be able to see the sales people, so I will uncheck this select all, and I will only choose, because the sales guys were not in this sample data before, so I only need them to get fixed. So I will only choose person, and with that now I can press OK, and you will see that automatically those guys has been matched with their respective regions when you check very well. So I will continue with my margin as well. I will also do another margin.